So, what if I went live 3 times a day? I'm just saying. Because at this point, I'd have 240 lives. But it's never too late to start if you're feeling it. I don't know. Today just feels like that kind of day. I'm supposed to push past my fucking limit, bro. And I think I've done like 3 lives in a row. When I was selling stonks back in September. But it wasn't so much 3 spouts of inspiration. Alright? Spouts? Imagine 3 sinks. Each one of them with inspiration on tap flowing. Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty lit. What was I thinking about today? Well, there's this guy there's this guy talking about like being highly, and I think he called it like highly intellectually, bro. He's like, he has a high IQ basically, but he doesn't necessarily say it like that. He says he's like in the top 2% intellectually or whatever. And he always knew as a kid that he was, and blah blah blah. He was always trying to fix people's problems, and people didn't want them to fix. He's like, there's a logical response to anything, and he was always thought everyone's stupid, but everyone's lives was like better than his life. I was like, hold on. Hold on. Is this fucking bro? Am I just this, but in the fucking knocking boots territory? Or no, I'm all previous statements aside. I don't know. I always I never felt like I was smarter than everyone. Okay, just to be clear. And there were always smarter kids like in my class too, who were like smarter. Like this kid at my school who was like reading the Quran in like 7th, 8th grade, a white kid. I just remember we were like on our way to like a roller rink or something for some kid's birthday party. And I went to a kind of nerdy school, so I don't know. So we're in the car like going to the birthday party. And like, this dude had a copy of the Quran, and he was like reading it in the car. And I was like, whoa, man. It might have been a field trip. I think it was a birthday party though. It was people from school, and he was reading the Quran, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And it was just some fucking white kid who was like a couple grades higher than me. I think he had also read Mein Kampf. So in his mind, he was like, okay, I gotta read the Quran and Mein Kampf. Those are like my 2 reference points to understand what America has been, battling. / fucking, support. So I never felt like I totally was the smartest kid. Definitely not. I didn't feel like the dumbest kid. And also I grew up in like a family where I was, intellectual was like the only real way that people gave compliments. Everyone was just trying to be smart. To the point where my mom even ranked us as who was smartest. And she did this in front of the whole family. And my mom was like, obviously I'm the smartest. Then your brother Neve. Then you. Then your fucking dad. 4th smartest. But, bro. See, I'm not that smart because I forget what I'm fucking saying in the middle of the story. But is that just genius, bro? But what I was saying is I never felt totally the smartest. There's always smarter kids around me. I didn't get the best grades. I didn't really do work very well. It wasn't my thing. I was going to a smart people's school. And I did feel like I was definitely this fucking weird kid. I don't know if, like, is there a video for those for, like, and I'm not saying, bro, I was just a weird kid. I fucking tucked my pants in, Sometimes I would tuck my shirts into my pants sometimes. Trying to be a little fancy, kind of. Spoke in a British accent, like, a lot, mostly. There was years where I mainly spoke in, like, a fucking British accent. Let's see. I don't know, bro. I didn't feel that I wasn't that smart, but maybe I was, like, retarded. There was actually one time that I was, and maybe this is something that anyone who has been, and I was, like, a pretty habitual, user of cannabis. I'm not user of cannabis. I wasn't an adult. I was, like, fucking 16, so I was smoking weed. I convinced myself one time when I was smoking weed that I was retarded. And I created a whole, like actually had, like, a mental disability. I created this whole story on, like, why every single person who was friends with me was no offense to retarded people, and, like, I'm not saying y'all can't have fucking loving friendships, but I guess I had this fucking, I had this fucking, I had the racket that I thought that was true, and I was like, okay, so why do my parents treat me like this? Is everyone just, like, trying to, like, keep it from me so I don't know? And it was this whole thing. But yeah, it's not like the totally being in the top 2% most retarded. It's like, I was just a weird guy, bro. I was super weird. Yeah. And weird is, like, aesthetic, like, is cool now, and, like, e-girls are like, oh my god, like, I'm not like other girls, like, I'm so weird. But now I feel fucking, it's so, I don't know. It's weird to be, like, an adult who's, like, kind of weird, but also, like, normier than all the people because I came from, like, embrace your weird, man, get weird, keep fucking indie music weird, South by Southwest. I only say that because I saw the Keep Austin Weird t-shirts at that particular festival. But yeah, as an adult, the weird thing is that I'm sober. The weird thing is that, I am willing to get on live and talk, and I'm social, and I'll talk to people, and I can call people on the phone without being scared. That's the part that's not, it's not, but I think normie is the new fucking weird, but it's a specific type. I'm not saying, like, normie, like, you listen to fucking, but it's funny that, like, when I think of normie, like, the first thing that comes to mind is, like, what you fucking listen to, but, so, obviously I'm trying to protect some fucking, like, but, no, I'm, like, a normie, but, like, I listen to, like, psychedelic music, bro. It's so stupid. But yeah, like, what I would say, there's a certain type of normie, and I feel like I would have to be in, the thing about comedian, I think comedians are fucking good at, maybe the reason why as a kid I wanted to do comedy, comedians are able to fucking tell stories in really interesting ways, and they got the right pacing and the blah blah blah, and it bro, if its sense of humor isn't the best fucking thing, it's just funny because my brother's, like, not that funny, bro, and he's the one who is in theater. I'm not saying he's not funny. He can tell a joke, and it's, like, a smart joke. Like I said, he was rated second smartest in my family by my mother, who was, I guess, the fucking source on that. You know what I never really did with my parents? I would see other kids fucking do with their parents. Other kids would, like, tease their fucking mom. All my white friends, that sometimes they would, like, tease my mom. Or no, sorry, they would tease their mom until their mom got really upset. And I never did that with them. I just, like, fucking just went in on her, like, annoyingly. Like, where she was saying, like, what was the example? I think if I just, like, if I just said to my mom, no, I think you're the stupidest, Which is like a reasonable thing to say in a group of 4 people, to call the person who's rating everyone's fucking intelligence the stupidest one. But I was just thinking, I never really did that shit at the time. I'd see other kids do that to their parents, just kind of try to annoy them. I think I would try to annoy my dad, because he was like uptight in this specific way. Or he was just kind of a pushover, so it was easy. But I never really tried to annoy my mom, because I knew that it would just, the wrath of fucking Shiva, the fucking, Indian fucking god, would come down on me or whatever. So I didn't. But yeah. Bro, 3 times in a row. Crazy. Yeah, I'm getting into being fucking a loser, bro. Like, part of me feels really... It's like, I feel like embarrassed. I'm not like embarrassed to go live anymore in the way that I used to just like clam up and feel like everything that I said mattered. Now I'm just saying whatever I fucking feel like saying. I'm not really thinking about it